Subaru can't build their largest SUV fast enough. According to a new report from 24/7 Wall Street, the all-new 2019 Subaru Ascent family hauler and the newly redesigned 2019 Crosstrek are the top 4 quickest-selling cars in America. The Subaru Outback SUV crossover and Forester SUV are the top 25 hottest cars in America. Subaru builds the Ascent 3-row family hauler at their U.S. plant in Lafayette, Indiana, and they can't keep up with demand. 24/7 Wall Street says the new Ascent 3-row is the fastest-moving car on the list of the 26 quickest-selling vehicles in the U.S. last year. The level of demand is based on the number of days it takes for a dealer to sell a car, also known as days to turn. The second-generation Subaru Crosstrek is the number 4 quickest-selling vehicle in America. Subaru made a smart move and built the largest vehicle they've ever offered when they brought the new Ascent 3-row last year. The Camden, New Jersey automaker was losing customers to other carmakers when their families outgrew the Forester and Outback all-wheel drive SUVs. So dealers asked Subaru Corporation to design a vehicle to replace the outgoing Tribeca model. Subaru Corporation responded and it paid off big in the US and Canada, the only global markets the Ascent is offered. Crosstrek is also one of the hottest small SUVs in America. Subaru gave it a complete redesign last year and customers have responded to the all-wheel drive vehicle, which received upgrades in safety, infotainment and driving dynamics. Surprisingly, the Subaru Outback, due for a complete remodel in the 2020 model year, is number 21 on the list, and the all-new 5th-generation 2019 Subaru Forester that made its dealer launch last fall is number 23 on the quickest-selling vehicles list. So if you want a new 2019 Subaru Ascent or Crosstrek, you may have to wait for the specific model and color, as customers are snatching up the most popular models quickly. Outback and Forester are also in short supply. The new generation SUV arrives in Australia, earning 5 stars for safety. It's not a surprise, as Subaru is all about safety, and the Forester gets the new Subaru Global platform that improves crash protection over the outgoing model. The new Subaru Forester scored a maximum 5-star safety rating following the latest round of Australian New Car Assessment Program testing. Forester scored 94% for adult occupant protection, 86% for child occupant protection, 80% for vulnerable road users, and 78% for safety assist systems. One of Subaru's core values is safety, and it shows in how their vehicles perform in crash tests around the globe. Subaru spent $1 billion developing their new global platform that will underpin every new generation model, and the new Forester now rides on the new architecture. The new global platform underpinning the new SUV improves crash energy absorption by 40% over present models, keeping occupants safer in the event of a crash. In the US, Forester has also been awarded as 2019 top safety pick from IIHS with the highest possible rating of good for 6 crashworthiness tests and superior for front crash prevention. Subaru's win streak of top IIHS safety picks goes back over a decade. The Subaru Forester SUV extends its title as the longest-running top safety pick winner in the small SUV category with a record 13th win. The 5th-generation Forester comes standard with Subaru's EyeSight driver assist system. It now includes low and high-speed autonomous emergency braking, lane keep assist with lane departure warning, and blind spot monitoring as standard equipment. The new generation 2019 Subaru Forester gets the highest safety rating in Australia and is one of the safest small all-wheel drive vehicles for consumers. Subaru Corporation has now achieved a maximum 5-star safety rating for 4 generations of the small SUV. Subaru finally answered the prayers of its American enthusiasts with the debut of the WRX STI S209 at the 2019 Detroit Auto Show, which is the most powerful WRX STI Subaru has ever built for America. Except it isn't really a Subaru. As Jalopnik explains, the S209 is technically an STI. Unlike the regular WRX STI that has been sold in America since 2004 as a high-performance trim, the S209 is first assembled by Subaru before being shipped to STI's facility to be completed. Here, STI makes some significant modifications to the S209, adding wider fenders, new 19x9 STI BBS wheels, unique 265 35ths or 19 Dunlop GT600 performance tires, and its flexible front strut tower bar and flexible front and rear jaw stiffeners. Under the hood, the S209 also gets a significantly revised version of Subaru's Flat 4 that produces 341 horsepower, up from 305 horsepower. The S209 even had to be homologated for sale in the US as an STI rather than as a Subaru. You may be wondering why all this is necessary. Apparently, it's because regular Subaru cars have different production standards. For example, Subaru cars require a certain amount of space between a tire and bodywork. This could force STI to use a smaller tire size or a different alignment, but this isn't an issue if the car is developed in-house at a different factory. North American business planner Yoshihide Yano revealed that Subaru has their own ways set up for mass production, but there are particular areas of focus people want for performance cars. Having STI focused more on performance standards will let us try harder for performance. At maximum capacity, STI is only capable of building 5 cars a day. With S209 production, they can pump out just 2 cars a day. For comparison, Subaru's Gunma assembly plant where the normal WRX STI is built is capable of building more than 900 cars a day. Pricing for the Subaru WRX STI S209 hasn't been announced yet, but expect it to command a significant premium over the regular version, which starts at $36,095.
By late spring, the 7-story building in Cherry Hill where Subaru of America based its North American operations for more than 30 years will be demolished. Subaru hopes a cleared property will be more attractive to potential buyers. According to Subaru officials, who did not disclose the asking price for the land, said, this site was originally listed for sale last year but was pulled after a few months because there were no offers. Since the company relocated its corporate headquarters to Camden last spring, the 16-acre site along Route 70 has sat unused. Subaru still pays local taxes on the property and hired a security firm to patrol the premises. In February, fencing went up around the complex to begin the demolition, both inside and out. Keith Metzger, Director of Corporate Real Estate and Administration for Subaru of America, said, I kind of equate it to death by paper cut. It will be a lengthy process of taking the building down. Subaru says it hopes to be environmentally conscious with the demolition. Subaru expects to recycle 75% of the building material, which includes steel, copper, concrete, and glass. Demolition is scheduled to conclude by late spring. According to Metzger, after the building is gone, the company will relist the property for sale. The plot is currently zoned for highway business, which means office, retail, and hospitality uses can be built on the site. Sitting on the side of a bustling highway, the property can be seen by tens of thousands of cars driving by daily and is 10 minutes away from Center City, Philadelphia. Cherry Hill Mayor Chuck Cant said he is confident the property will be bought and put to use because of development already underway on the other side of Route 70. He is looking forward to working closely with the next developers and hopes the property will be sold for commercial plans. Cant said, "We are very open to any type of developer who wishes to revitalize the site for a higher and better use. Cherry Hill's a great place to be. It's the hub of South Jersey, certainly the county, and is within 4 miles of a major metropolitan area." He is optimistic about the future of Cherry Hill's development, adding that the parcel is in a prime location for commercial offices. Cant said, "Anything that fits within the zoning would be appropriate. We're not looking for more apartments, but I think there's been a lot of positive development." At one point, Subaru's property was going to be set aside for residential housing that would include units for low-income households. These plans were part of a 2015 agreement between the township, Woodcrest Country Club and its owners, Cherry Hill Land Associates, to preserve the country club's 178-acre plot of land for open space. Because of Cherry Hill's affordable housing obligation under state-mandated laws that require units for low-income tenants, the town must ensure the dwellings are built. Due to the settlement with the Woodcrest Country Club owners, the township looked to the west side of town for possible sites. Mayor Cant said residential development at the former Subaru property is no longer an option because of a floodplain that sits in the back of the plot that would make affordable units far too expensive for developers. The land would also need to be rezoned for residential use. As part of the 2015 Woodcrest settlement, Cherry Hill now plans for affordable housing at the former Victory refrigeration site near Woodcrest Road, the former Best Value in property off Park Boulevard near the Cooper River, and a 20-acre parcel between Hampton Road and Cuthbert Boulevard. The State Economic Development Authority awarded Subaru of America $118 million in tax credits to relocate to Camden as part of a revitalization effort under the Grow New Jersey Act.